Crazy headline coming out of the Turkish Super League. Hundreds of Turkish officials found with betting accounts. Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, NBA. Put the camera on me real quick. NBA, you thought you had the drama. Footy's always going to top you. This is crazy. Let's go. Beautiful day it is today because we are the week following El Clasico, which Real Madrid won 2-1. Now 5 points clear at the top of La Liga. Now 12 wins in their first 13 games. That's the Italians don't do that. Fresh from Dallas, Texas, El Partidazo. Some people are saying the league's already over and Arsenal's going to win it.
Dragging it.
I think that's super dragging it. I do think it's theirs to lose and they should be favorites at this point.
The video of Van Dijk and Slot that was filmed through the stairwell, is that real?
Oh, wow.
Y'all didn't see that?
Oh, here we go.
Had the rise of Moroccan soccer happened now in conjunction with Lamine Yamal's rise, I think it makes total sense for him to choose Morocco for moments like this.
For episode 103 of the Five Star Podcast, let's clap it up. We're in the Midtown studio, Midtown, New York City. The vibe's a little bit more different here. It's a little more cushioned, a little more elevated, a little softer vibes.
Elevated.
You know
Very
what I'm
much
saying?
softer vibe.
Shout out all the other pods that record here. I mean, Seb, you fit the theme for real.
I know, yeah.
Top to bottom. I mean, break down the fit. What we got on, bro? I mean, that ass. And the hair match.
This is
A knit headband?
I don't even know. It's my girls.
Shout out your girl. It's beautiful. I'm saying.
Keeps you warm for real.
Yeah.
Because I bike to
You
work.
gotta do it like we go.
Huh?
All right, never mind.
I have no idea.
You know how niggas be doing the fit checks? They be like, we go
No.
Gucci on the pants.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You just you only said the we go part, so I didn't know what you was about to follow up. I thought you were saying like he was gonna say we go together, like him and his girl. So that I don't know what you was talking about. But who am I joined by
I
today?
understand what it is now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
No, this is gonna be in the pod, bro.
Right.
This is real. This is natural podcasting. This ain't live TV. We're talking about facts. Sebastiano,
What's up? Introduce myself?
if you want to.
Generally, that's what I do.
This is the worst opening.
Hi, guys. It's Seb here.
Nah, this just tells you, bro. We do it on the fly.
So fact, this is Josh Quasina, buddy.
Gabriel Guisado, Yatu Sabes.
Kendrick Bosalé, the one
Yes,
and only.
sir.
The one and
Chocolate,
only.
dark chocolate.
The only in one.
The only dark chocolate man.
Yes, sir.
It's you. That's
Yes,
fire,
sir.
bro.
One and only.
What a beautiful, beautiful day it is today because we are the week following El Clasico, which Real Madrid won 2-1. Now 5 points clear at the top of La Liga. Now 12 wins in their first 13 games. That's the Italians don't do that. Fresh from Dallas, Texas, El Partidazo, which was an amazing experience. Big shout out to La Liga for bringing me. Very special moment to become
Face the league.
It's the league, bro. As a Spanish-American kid, grew up watching the league. To be able to bring La Liga to the U.S. with a beautiful connection for myself personally. Let me tell you about the fans in Dallas before we get into this game, bro. Hundreds of people lined up at 9 a.m. to watch soccer
Barbecue?
in America. Barbecue later. Hundreds of people in line at 9 a.m. to watch a soccer game.
9
That
a.m.
shows
barbecue?
you the passion. In line, hundreds of people. Jerseys decked out, ready, lit. 10:15 start time. 900 to 1,000 people in that spot, lit, ready to go, packed, people chanting. The Peñas, which is the official fan clubs of Real Madrid and Barca, in Dallas,
Peña.
full lit, activation, everything up. It was up, bro.
Peñas.
The passion in this country is just like, it's incredible to witness, bro.
No, it is.
It is beautiful to witness. Yeah, and I got to watch the game.
Who was you with? Who was you with?
Edmilson, World Cup winner 2002, Champions League winner 2006.
Baller.
Started in both of those games, by the way. He wasn't no bench player. He wasn't no with the ride along. Like, he held down Brazil, 2002 World Cup final and the 2006 Champions League final with Barcelona. So we did a live reaction. We did Barca fan here, Edmilson, myself, and like we recorded our reaction to the game. So that was a lot of fun.
Who are you a fan of?
Yeah.
A la Madrid, ya tu sabes, bro. It'll be coming out. And also to have someone of like that intelligence of football talk about the game that he's witnessing. And also him being a CDM / center back and seeing how Barca lacked that and how he's breaking down how much better Madrid was defending versus Barca in the lines. And like, it was really cool to be part of that.
That's tough.
Yeah. And hearing it in another language, and now I'm learning more football in Spanish, which is cool.
Cool.
But all that to say, question of the week, a Clasico review overall. You can start with the game if you want. A little bit of controversy, whether you want to talk about the Lamine stuff, Vini substitution, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, the first thing.
A lot going on with that game.
Yeah.
El Clasico's back is how I feel overall.
100%.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
The first thing for me is the VAR, bruh.
Oh,
The
VAR is tweaking.
The VAR
Did you
was-
watch the game in English? Could you hear the commentary?
Yes, the game was in English. Yeah.
Could
it
you
was
hear the
ESPN
commentary?
Plus. All right, yeah, or ESPN.
Could you hear the commentary?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he was saying about VAR?
Oh, he was over it.
He was so over. I've never heard that
It was
before. It was crazy.
He was like, yo,
McManaman,
like, we're actually
former-
ruining the game.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's true, bro. Like there was 2 goals in the first, or one
Penalty,
goal
and then, yeah.
1 penalty in the first 10 minutes of the game, and we spent an additional 10 minutes reviewing it. And it's like, yo, this is the highest energy start to a El Clasico I've seen in mad long.
Yeah.
We spending mad time with the referee watching this dumbass replay mad times. At some point, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
just play, bro.
Especially the Mbappe goal.
Yeah, bro.
The way that took the steam out of the moment. First off, what an insane finish that he did. And the fact that he's offsides by almost subjective toe length, because I don't know if they actually are measuring it correctly. And I'm not making this a Real Madrid thing, because Lewandowski was offsides by a big toe that did not look like his natural foot.
Yeah.
So I don't think the tech is not 100% accurate, which is why Arsene Wenger had the idea of the offsides rule should be more of your full body being in front. Because why is this much being ahead of the defender take away that special moment?
I don't even think I could physically
But why are we... Whenever VAR started, 8-10 years ago, before that goal, I think it was 2018 World Cup, something like that. So 7 years.
We're fucking getting
when Wavy
old.
started, you know what I'm saying?
Getting old.
That goal would have always stood. There's nothing to look at. And taking that away, and it wasn't even advantageous for him, the fact that he had his toe slightly ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, it's come on, y'all.
Yo, low key,
that's what's annoying.
That's actually a good point.
You see what I'm saying? It's not actually making a run and sprinting.
At some point, one of the factors should be whether or not your offsideness gave you an unfair advantage.
Yeah, that was
in that situation, bro. Just boomed it.
You just waited.
They're about to racially abuse that rule.
That's fine,
so much, bro. What is it? What is an unfair advantage, and for who? And how do you describe it?
Pace and power.
Yeah.
No, but actually, it's not creating the distance ahead of the defender. Also, but this is why Arsene Wenger, a white man, proposed that rule anyways. So
Arsene Wenger, a white man.
It's true. But that's why I love Mbappe though, because it's he still got his goal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal run, great finish.
Yeah, he's
absolutely love to see it. Shout out Jude, goal and assist. That boy be showing up in El Clasico.
Always in the right spot.
Yeah, bro.
Unbelievable.
Literally just be in the right spot.
One of the best. That was a good celly. I appreciated the just walk off calm.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
He said.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I mean, he's done that to Barca a few times now. So
talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap, Derby.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna be called.
Type shit.
Talk is cheap, Derby.
Barca got to fix that midfield up, bro.
Oh yeah,
they have no athleticism, strength, and defensive solidity in that midfield. 3 guys great on the ball, but when you're going against Chouameni, Camavinga, and Jude, it's a long day, buddy.
Yeah, they're missing Kessie. They're missing Kessie.
They miss someone like that. Yeah. The high line is getting cooked every week. Lamine clearly was not fully fit. That's a bad decision.
But who was their CDM last year?
Frankie De Jong.
Frankie can't play CDM in my opinion. They also be using Gavi. Gavi can get a little more stuck in there. These 3 guys, they're not ball winners. Yeah. They're great on the ball, but I don't know. Barca just center back's not looking that great. Injury problems. I don't know. It's a tough season.
They could use Anguissa, to be honest, at Napoli. That's
of course they could. A lot of teams could use Anguissa. Yeah.
Little Cameroonian connection. But yeah. I think, should we talk about the controversies?
But do you think talk is cheap, sub?
That's not what I want to talk about first, to be honest.
Okay.
But that's not what happened first.
Okay, fair.
I think the first thing that happened was the Vini sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can ask you again later.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
What's the Vini stuff?
Vinny's reaction to being subbed off.
Oh,
being super tight.
God.
Madrid, okay.
I want to hear your.
No, go ahead.
I want to hear your.
As a Real Madrid fan,
yeah.
So I was watching it with Adrian, shout out Adrian, and Ed Milson, who's Brazilian. So he supports Brazilians even more than I would say he supports Barca players.
Of course.
So he was very much there for Vinny. We had talked about stuff over the weekend.
Of course.
So him and Adrian and myself were definitely kind of upset with the substitution because Vinny was cooking. He was playing super well. That high line was going to get more exposed. He's as athletic as you get on Madrid, besides maybe Mbappe in terms of pure speed. I don't think it was a good time to make a sub, and he had been getting stuck in defensively too. He had some good tackles on Lamine. He had been pressing. So it was a bad sub, but the reaction, I think, is a bit much. But at the same time, you can forgive the passion in the moment. And Xabi Alonso already said, we'll deal with it privately. The team's fully behind Vinny, and there's going to be no repercussions.
That's
and they move on and got the
exactly
W. So I'm cool with that. And I love that Xabi said nothing negative the way a Ten Hag or somebody would have cooked him. So I like how it's being handled internally. You could say he showed too much, but we know how it happens in these moments. And they got the W. Vinny's been playing really well this season. So I don't think it's a big deal. Would you like him to come off more calmly? Of course. Should he walk straight to the tunnel? No. But sometimes with people, you have to take the good with the bad. And that same intensity of how he acted when he got subbed off is the same intensity and passion he plays with, cooking these defenders, scoring these goals, winning all these trophies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can take that out of him.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
In general, he's a passionate player.
Yeah.
And it comes from at least the perspective of, okay, I was playing well.
Yeah.
It wasn't something which he was playing badly,
No.
and then he got subbed off. Then it would be a bit. At the end of the day, it does highlight the fact that okay, at least with the coach, you have to be a bit careful, but have to be a bit cautious, you know, because there's certain coaches that players don't do that with for a certain reason, and there's narratives that could build. Xabi's also new to the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so as long as it doesn't come across as him like testing the authority, you know what I mean? Or feeling even, because some coaches, you're not doing none of that.
Yeah, no.
But at the same time, like you said, Xabi handled it well. I don't think it's gonna be a situation for real.
No, I don't think it's gonna be at all.
If it happens again though, then it's obviously gonna be then it's a question.
He's been subbed to other games for Rodrigo. He didn't act like that.
Of course.
I think it was the moment El Clasico.
El Clasico.
You're seeing the finish line. You just got dealt with Barca beating you 4 times in a row. It's like we gotta win, and he felt like he should be on the pitch. So yeah,
Definitely not a repeatable offense though.
yeah. No, he can't act like that every time.
It's not a habit.
Yeah, that's what I think. Seb?
I think it's something that he needs to work on personally from a Ballon d'Or perspective.
That part is true.
Because we talk about
PR?
that knock on him about, he's not sportsmanlike, this, that, and the third. It does affect his legacy. I think he's an incredible player. And so then the problem becomes how the average fan perceives him.
Yeah.
And in this era of social media and clips and all that, that clip is not good for his legacy. Like, you can't storm off. And apparently he was heard saying, all right, I want to leave. And that's a rumor.
Yeah.
But
he also
therapy, brother, therapy.
Yeah. It also depends if a Ballon d'Or is like a goal for him, because he actually might not care.
No, it is.
For him, it might actually just be like, yo, I want to win as much as I can and enjoy the sport.
I think it
and
is
and live in my true self.
To win it.
right?
Nah,
Didn't he
but
say that?
I mean, if somebody asks you in the media, you want to win a Ballon d'Or, he's not gonna say no.
I think the reason also we could.
But you know what I'm getting at?
Yes.
You can finish your point though. I don't want to interrupt.
Nah, I mean the point is just like if you're not as concerned about your PR and like winning certain awards, and your passion and your focus more lies in just being your full expression of yourself and enjoying the game, then it may not be you may not care.
But my thing is like, and this is like I don't feel good about like judging a human like that, but I don't think it's not like a good example to set for like kids watching.
That's like a who's the guy that you hate, the goalkeeper?
It's Peter Schmeichel.
That's a Peter Schmeichel.
Wait,
take.
don't put that
Really?
on Schmeichel.
Yeah, that's a Peter Schmeichel take.
It's more of a Tony Cruz take,
setting
honestly.
the right example for the children. Like, bro, he's just like he's a passionate guy.
This also came up with Jude, with who was it? Tuchel. Remember?
Yeah.
Tuchel brought it up.
Yeah.
With Jude and how he could be passionate.
Demonstratively too.
Of
is
course.
the reason.
And the fact that y'all
seeing it.
the fact that y'all brought up Vini in the Ballon d'Or, he does care because he didn't go to the Ballon when he thought he should have won it.
Yeah, and he said I'm gonna go 10 times harder or whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he does care about that. What you're bringing up is a fact. Like I said, it can't be too repeatable. You know what I mean? Especially in big moments. Granted, at the end of the day, it's not something that he does either. So this was, I guess, out of character. Yeah. It's professionalism too, because also like who was the sub that he subbed?
Rodrigo.
So
he didn't like demonstrate anything towards
of
Rodrigo.
course.
You could also argue Rodrigo should have been subbed on the right wing instead of Brahim, so they could have played at the same time, which is what I think would have made more sense than taking off Vinny, even though Rodrigo is naturally left wing.
So Kendrick, you kind of say that the take of me saying that it's not a good example for kids when Vinny walks off the field like that is a little much. But if you had a kid, you'd be okay with your kid doing that, like walking off the field, storming off.
I would be like, don't do that, and I'd be like, don't be like Vinny.
So then you do believe it's not a good example.
I mean, objectively, but I don't think I don't think you should go around being like, hey, you need to set a good example for like
you don't think
everybody needs
that's,
to,
that's my question. Do you think he has an inherent responsibility as a star of that magnitude to set a good example?
In an ideal world, yes, but like in reality, like
I think Vinny himself would say he didn't handle that well, to be honest.
I think so.
And like I think is nuance to it, right? Like he overall is a good example for kids, and he's done amazing things. He gives back to his community, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes,
he can also say, I did let the passion take over too much
people
there.
have
But it's also okay to experience raw emotion, and this is sports. This is not a reaction in a relationship or a business. So this is within the sports realm, which is unique and entertainment. So there's like a nuanced way to look at it. But I think he would say he doesn't want to act like that, and he wouldn't want his son.
Zinedine Zidane literally headbutting somebody in a World Cup final.
Yeah.
He's like at the Adidas World Cup launch doing every single
Of course. Well, yeah, no one's saying that. Like,
what do you mean?
No one's saying that it's like inexcusable.
Yeah,
that he should never be shown on camera again.
Yeah.
Like it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's just
some
more
people be talking like that,
of
bro.
course.
true,
But
it's
people
true.
go take everything to the extremes.
Speaking of extremes,
All right, Lamine
took it to this. Well, okay.
Let's give context too on what Lamine said on the stream, because I think that's being forgotten a little bit.
Sure.
Yep.
The things he was saying wasn't his usual, because he's been talking for a while.
Give the context for the stream, how large, like what it means for
I forgot.
Spain,
I always
you know.
forget homie's name.
Ibai.
So yeah, Lamine was on stream with Ibai, one of the bigger streamers in Spain. The biggest, you would say. That's on there.
Probably the biggest European stream.
Speed vibe, huge. He was also at Kings League, and he was just there talking about leading up to El Clasico. But the specific things he was saying about Madrid was that, you know, they do their complaining and they do these things and they cheat and kind of like it was essentially cheating allegations, which is very different than just saying I beat y'all before and I'm gonna beat y'all again.
But he said that too.
No, and he usually says that.
Yeah.
Lamine has been talking since the Rabio stuff.
Yeah.
This is not new to him. This is Lamine always does, which I like, by the way. I'm Spanish, yo soy español, mi padre España. I like it. But cheating allegations is kind of, in my opinion, like, don't do that.
Why?
bro.
Why?
No, like in sports,
Why?
you should never talk about refs. I think that's corny at any level. But anyways, that's not the point. That's just to give context on what he specifically was saying about Madrid. He's like, they cheat and they do things.
Another thing that I think contributes to, like, I don't know, there's been a lot of people being like, don't use his age as an excuse. But watching the stream reminded me of this movie that I saw like a year ago or so. And like part of the movie, it's about like a young boxer trying to come up in like the boxing. I think he's in like France or something like that. And he gets invited to be on like a live stream, and the people on the stream basically bait him into questions that like they know are gonna get like a reaction. And I kind of feel like watching that, the same thing happened to Lamine, where they're literally asking him like, oh, like, do you think Real Madrid's gonna lose 4-0 again? Like, what else is he supposed to say other than, he literally was like, they could. Like, he's like, I don't know, but like, we beat them before, we can beat them again. Like, what else is he really supposed to say?
Yeah.
And even the question about cheating, they're asking him like, yo, like, do you feel like Real Madrid, like, people be calling them cheaters, da-da-da. He's like, yeah, like, I don't know. They baited him into a lot of those questions.
You're framing it like Lamine isn't the most powerful person in that room.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, in that room, Lamine is the most powerful.
Lamine is
okay. What does the power dynamic have to do with being in an interview?
Because you can say, nah, bro, we're just better than them. Like, come on. Like,
because no one's forcing him to give any.
It's not about forcing, but I think we're taking away like also the role that the interviewer plays in this situation. If we have somebody, if we have a
I feel
guest,
like you don't know Ibai. I feel like you don't know his type of content. Like,
I don't.
When Lamine walked into that room, that's what he should have expected.
I understand, but
so it's like that's what. Like, he went into that room with the full knowledge that he's going to get some crazy questions that are going to be flipped for media entertainment. Like, that's what Ibai does. That's his whole shtick. So it's like walking into a room on, like, The Daily Show and, like, being surprised that you're talking about news.
yeah.
Like,
I don't think it's a surprise thing, but I think it's like.
But you also need to be prepped. And this is where.
But I think that's what he wanted to do. Lamine, that's his vibe. Like,
Lamine also,
that's
he
his vibe.
likes stirring the pot,
which is fine.
Yeah, of course,
which is fine.
I just think sports shit talking, and I love sports shit talking. You watch the Michael Jordan documentary. I think it's fire. Let's not talk about refs though. That's all. But listen, y'all know I love Lamine. I'm just like, let's just not talk about refs.
Well, quick question about that. Is it the type of thing for you, like if somebody feel like they've been hacked, like, yo, I'll be getting fouled on the pitch, and then they talk about a ref? How about that?
That's different. Okay. I'm saying like the more successful team overall, like they cheat, they get the like. Let's not do that. I don't like that.
I feel like, but that's part of what people actually say about Real Madrid, though.
Yeah, but just say we beat them and we're better than them, and I'm gonna do it again.
But I'm saying like,
of course that's the narrative. That's always the narrative of any top dog in any sport. They say the script writers in the NFL with the Chiefs, and they say the Lakers with the Kobe trade, and they say Jordan in some leagues. They say Jordan gambling. You know, Jordan has crazy gambling allegations on some real shit, which we gotta speak about. With the soccer betting related, the soccer betting thing that came out. That's why Jordan went to the MLB, was because he was betting on games, and then that was like his suspension. Then he came back, won it. So like every successful thing in sports, people have some sort of conspiracy behind. Just talk on the pitch, bro.
Remember when Barca played at Chelsea?
Yeah,
I think it's a fair thing to say.
That's after the game, though.
Okay.
That's like a specific moment.
I think it's a fair thing to say.
That's fair.
I think it's a fair thing to say as an opponent.
No, I don't like talking about referees, but we're missing the point. Anyways, that's what he said. He talked his shit. No, I know we have to move on. He talked his shit.
Shut up.
And then I'm just trying to move us on.
I know it's good.
Yeah. He talked his shit, and Madrid talked right back. Talk is cheap. 2-1 win.
Seb is
he did it.
Seb is talk cheap.
Is talk cheap?
Is talk cheap? That's a deep question.
Is talk cheap?
I don't know. I think talk is not cheap. To be honest with you, I think it's
That funny. Because now so I was gonna get into the definition.
to be honest.
It's not cheap.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
It's pricey.
Is any
Very expensive.
is any talk cheap?
It costs.
Is any talk cheap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk is l'argent.
Yes. Talk.
Let's get into I mean, I feel like the overall reaction to the back and forth situation.
Yep.
Instead of just like, because
Yep.
you have the Carvajal piece, you have the Jude piece,
The Vini
you have the
piece.
Vini piece, you have the Rafinha piece.
Yeah, people are
You have the
forgetting about the Vini
context
piece.
of past El Clasicos, the good, the bad, the media,
Yep.
overall general thoughts. I mean, we can all give our perspective.
So
And let's save a
I
little.
would heavily criticize Carvajal.
Okay.
Heavily.
That's interesting.
Because you're
What did he do, first of all?
so Carvajal goes up to Lamine Yamal at the end of the game and visually demonstrates and makes a scene kind of like sunning him almost, like you shouldn't have done that. Like
He was doing this.
yeah, he was doing like the whole like talk like, so he was clearly like he's making a scene on the field. He knows there's hundreds of thousands of cameras on him in that moment.
Hundreds of thousands.
You are the captain of Spain. You are his captain on another team. You are a captain of the country. It's like, it's a lot, dude. It's a lot for the captain. It's a
right.
lot.
Sub
Like there's
on
a certain
board.
level of responsibility that I think the captain of Real Madrid and Spain has in terms of how he curates the image of himself and also his national team teammates. And to attract that level of like scrutiny and like that level of like, I'm sunning you in public is kind of shitty. Like, you ever seen a video of LeBron and Kyrie doing like the head tap thing? Have you seen that?
They do it to each other.
Yeah.
That's it
not
felt
the
like
same.
that. It felt like I'm going to dominate you in front of all these cameras, you little
I
black
didn't-
18-year-old boy.
I
That's
didn't
what
see-
it felt like to
Oh,
me.
my bad.
Boy.
That's what it felt like to
I'm
me.
crying. I didn't see the age piece of it. I thought it was like, you talked all that shit and we just beat your ass. What's up? Done. And then on to the next game. That's all I see. By the way, yo soy español, mi padre es España.
Yeah.
When we were at our best, 3 straight international tournaments, oh, the rivalry was crazy 2008 to 2012. They was hating crazy, and then they show up and smoke the world. So this is great. This is great. But Lamine, I want you to keep talking. And when you get beat by Real Madrid talk back. On to the next game. I don't see any big deal. Drew can post what he wants. Lamine can say what he wants. Lamine could say, I beat y'all 4 times. I don't care. Everybody talk, back it up or don't, keep it pushing. That's how I feel.
So
I think it's normal, except for if you're the captain of my national team. Like,
Matters,
you
bro.
don't think that matters at all?
Because
At all? Like 0%?
not really, because I think that
0%? That you're my captain on the national team and you're 33 years old and I'm 18, it matters 0?
I don't think age. I don't think age or being on the same national. I think that. Well, people also talk about different coaches and different players you play with showing you tough love. If we do another cross-sport comparison, practice with Kobe was damn intense, and he would talk some crazy shit to you, but you got better from it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that could be his way. It's like, nah, like
Practice is private.
you wanna get to this level? What's up? Like, I'm right back at you. Just beat you. Don't forget that I have 5 UCLs, as many as your entire class. I have more UCLs than Carvalho's more UCLs than Messi. Like, Carvalho's that dude type shit. He almost won a ball door. He does. It's like, what's up? Like, I don't know. There's tough love in sports. Like,
Nah,
I just don't see
my thing though,
big deal.
for
Yeah.
my question to you is that Carvajal could tell Lamine Yamal to watch his mouth or no.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Yeah,
the sentiment,
absolutely.
the sentiment
Absolutely.
is cool.
Absolutely.
It's
And
just
it
more
was-
so the
It's
scale.
the publicness of it that's weird to
Oh,
me.
nah, bro. Because you publicly talked all that shit, which you've been doing your whole career, which is fine.
But he didn't call out Carvajal.
He called out the team that he plays for, that he's captain
I
of.
understand both of y'all perspectives.
Yeah, and I do understand how
It's nice.
a different captain would not have done that, and I do understand that. But I think Lamine is tough. Lamine's a dog. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fine on that right wing.
Hurt.
Huh?
He unfollowed him, so he was a little bit hurt.
He doesn't follow him. I don't know if they followed before. So I don't know. I think for Clasico is great.
Said it's a
For
lie.
Spain, it's great. I'm really excited
Said
for
it's a lie.
it.
Me personally, I agree with everything that you guys just said. The only thing that bothers me is like the moral high road that people are taking, like the what's his name, Juan Ignacio Garcia Ochoa from Marca, being like Lamine's words are unworthy of a professional footballer and a Barcelona star.
Someone always drags it.
Like
Yeah.
but I feel like that's a lot of that. We've seen that narrative a lot, whether it's Lamine Yamal or Vinicius Jr.'s like actions on the pitch, where people like
Vinny more so.
Just-
Vinny's been cooked way more.
yeah,
than
100%.
yeah.
But I'm saying, like, when we talk about Spain turning on Lamine Yamal, it is those little messages here and there from the media or like analysts or commentators or whatever that are like, oh, like
Yeah, they're dragging it.
he's not He's not a
dragging it.
professional. He needs to be more. And it's like, bro, it's a fucking game.
It's funny because
Like, it's
it is a game, but to be fair, because I went to Marca, the biggest one. I went to Diario AS, and I went to Mundo Deportivo. And if you look at the top 10 El Clasico articles on each website, there might be one that's a little salacious and the rest are like super regular. So that's kind of my point of like to say the entire world just kind of collapsed on him is not true.
Yeah, no, that's
And
not.
he's been
That's
coddled and support.
that's not my point either.
Is collapsing on him a bit, like his image and his PR. Like the girlfriend shit is super.
That I hate.
It's so weird.
No, the girlfriend situation is weird.
It's weird.
For mad reasons.
What's that about? Like, what do we actually think that is? Like, why? Like,
Him or the girlfriend thing?
nah, like just
No, they're
the
trying
fact
to
that
do
Matt
They're
outlets
doing the Neymar.
They're doing the
They're
Neymar
doing the Neymar thing. They're doing the Balotelli thing to him, where it's like we're gonna picture him with
And Vinny too.
like we're gonna do this narrative where we try and show that his focus is not on the field, so
Yeah.
that whenever he makes a mistake on the field,
Yeah.
say that he's not focused, and slowly that narrative cements itself anytime he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
And that's how you damage someone's image.
You know what I would say?
It's very intentional.
And the Pops,
I'm against it.
the Pops has a bit of a big ego, unfortunately, because he wants to be protective of his son, but I don't think he's doing it to his son's benefit. And I think the way he acts could be more beneficially protective to Lamine, because he, unfortunately, whether we think is right or wrong, is also negatively contributing to the outside perception of Lamine.
In what
what
way?
does that have to do with his shorty?
His dad, you're saying?
Huh? Well, no, I was talking more about the media's perception of Lamine outside of his on-field performance.
Yeah.
The dad thing
I'm
is
not done. I'm not done with the shorty.
Oh no, we'll get back to that. I'm just saying the dad thing, and it's a little bit like Neymar's dad, who's super involved with everything business-wise. Sometimes that involvement,
Very LeVar.
exactly LeVar Ball, and when LeVar Ball steps back and lets LaMelo be LaMelo, Lonzo be Lonzo, that was more beneficial for the kid.
Sports in general.
Yeah.
Also being an agent as well. I mean, I be
Yeah.
fucking with his pops music. He be
Yeah,
putting
love
that
Dolph,
shit.
nigga obsessed.
Yo, y'all
Yeah.
Dolph fiend, boy.
Yeah, heavy.
What y'all saying?
Definitely though, the girlfriend shit is crazy. Let's talk about it.
I don't know. It's just it's like it's weird on multiple levels. Like one, like seeing certain pages or whatever, just like posting them like incessantly. Like,
Yeah.
like Lamine's living his best life because he has a girlfriend. Like, yo, like
They all have
it's a
girlfriends.
sport outlet. Like, let's just like I don't know. Let's just focus on like the
I agree.
athlete, his fashion, whatever it may be. And then it's even weirder because we know there's like a weird dynamic with the ages. Like, I think she's like in her mid-20s. He just turned 18, and so it's like people are also kind of enabling it by like romanticizing it and making it this like cute, amazing like thing.
She's
When,
25.
like she's a 25-year-old dating an 18-year-old. It's like if the genders were reversed, people would like shame them a lot more. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it would just be like,
And he just turned
as they should either way.
and he just turned 18 for context as well.
Exactly. So
that's
it's just
like
like,
plotting on it like
and it goes back to we even talked about like a year ago when Lamine was still like 17.
the GQ
And he
thing.
did like a GQ shoot. And he's
Shirtless, yeah.
shirtless, posing all sexy and shit. And it's like, yo, it's literally a child, bro.
Yeah.
Like some people looking at that and like, you know, feeling some type of way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why we
Speak for yourself, or speak for yourself.
really like
Speak for yourself. Don't speak for other people. I'm not one of those people. He said some people feel some other people. I am not one of those people.
on a serious bro, on a serious note though. On a serious note though. I was saying when I talking about y'all
100%.
niggas, I'm saying like
100%,
that's what
bro.
that's what they're trying to convey.
of course.
Like, oh,
And
this
bro,
is a handsome young man. Like,
you know what
it's a child.
Yeah.
Why not say little brother, bro?
Yeah.
You're like, yo, chill out.
Yeah.
Cause there's mad weirdos in the world, bro.
And it goes into the whole dark side of the Wonder Kid era that we're in. Where we talked
Exactly.
about there's a 15-year-old on Arsenal who gets subbed in and is dominating. Like this Dauman kid, whatever his name is. You have Lamine, obviously. Doué's still pretty young. Pedri was popping off at 17. All this shit. Like there is some negativity to it off the pitch, alongside with the injury issues we said. Because like you can't have them be the image of the 25, 26-year-olds and the 32-year-olds. Like they actually
bro.
are
Like, it's
teenagers.
a little much.
And we do need to have, from like a mental standpoint, the patience with them as they grow into like their situations. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
But
Anyways,
all in all, the beef I think is good
Oh,
for
yeah.
the sport. I think it's very good.
Good for sports, period.
everybody
I'm
can agree.
happy about it. I think it means that the next El Clasico is going to be even more heated.
It's lit.
More people are going to tune in. More pressure.
Yeah,
It's good. It's just
Yeah.
good.
We've been missing this.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is the most excited I've seen people be for El Clasico because they trying
Yeah.
to see Vinny launch the ball and
Yep.
Lamine Yamal.
Now
Yo,
I need
from 2
Mbappe to
yards
get
away.
involved, man.
yeah. You see this real quick, bro?
I need Mbappe to get negative. That's what I need.
Yeah. Mbappe's actually said publicly nice things about Lamine
I know.
prior to, which is interesting. I think Chouameni said something recently. He's like, yeah, no, let me talk. I like it.
You need it?
Huh?
You need it?
No, I put that down because when we do La Liga, we can't show FIFA.
Type shit.
Yeah.
He got me, bro. He got me.
Of course. And speaking of La Liga, Real Madrid, of course, 5 points clear at the top ahead of Barcelona, who is in second place.
Yuck.
Can anyone catch them? I mean, it was obviously a big win in El Clasico. It's big that they're already 5 points clear. So they've won 9 of their 10 La Liga games, which is 24 points already. Which is 27 points already. Do we think Barca can catch them, who are 5 points behind? Do we think Atletico, who's now climbed up to 4th, a sneaky Villarreal in 3rd place? Can anyone catch Real Madrid, or does it feel like they're back to getting the crown?
I think for me, Mbappe is having a season that will be historic. I think he's going to go down in history this year.
Yeah.
I think he's going to carry them to the finish line. It's going to be hard to catch him, and I think Barca, unfortunately, has gone through a period of injuries.
Yep.
I think Atletico Madrid is floundering a little bit. They're not what they should be based on all the players that they have, and Villarreal, unfortunately, is in too many competitions to manage this period of time. Real Madrid is going to fly out the gates. Too hard to catch them, in my opinion. Just too hard. Too hard.
Madrid also has, some depth in certain areas.
Oh, yeah.
That also helps them to be able to sustain the lead they have. So, no, it's Madrid's to lose.
Rodrigo off the bench is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big thing in El Clasico, was seeing the difference in the substitutions you were able to make. Is a huge thing to what you're saying with squad depth.
For sure.
Yeah. Now, I think Real Madrid's got it. Already having a 5-point lead. Much better defensively than last year. Barca looking worse defensively and having injury issues. And Lamine clearly is not 100% fit. I think this title is definitely Madrid's to lose, so I expect them to win it.
Yeah, for me, I think it's Barca's to gain.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're obviously starting from behind right now, but like we saw last year, if they outscore their opponents, they'll win every game. Like, I think they finished last season with over 100 goals by the end of the season or somewhere around there. So getting Rafinha back fit, getting Lewandowski back fit, I think they could actually mount a strong attack on Real and maybe secure the league by the end of the season.
We'll have to see. But another team that is in first place by a little bit of a distance is Arsenal in the Premier League. They're currently 4 points ahead of Bournemouth, who's in second. Shout out to Bournemouth for an amazing season.
Yep.
Shout out to Semenyo. Balling out right now,
Listen.
Y'all about to have a World Cup for real.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Listen, man. He's just one man on a mission on the wing, boy.
And guess who's in third? Spurs with Mohamed Kudus. So the Ghanaian wingers are doing their thing. Some people are saying the league's already over and Arsenal's going to win it.
Dragging it.
I think that's super dragging it. I do think it's theirs to lose, and they should be favorites at this point because Liverpool clearly isn't the team we thought they were going to be, being this low. But I don't know. Are Arsenal going to actually do it? I feel like we've never witnessed it.
Bro, Sunderland is in 4th place.
Yeah.
Bournemouth is in 2nd place.
Arsenal also look good, though.
Manchester United is in top 6 right now.
We don't talk about y'all. Y'all look good.
Let's give it another 10 games, bro. We're not even a third through the season.
But regardless, some people thought they were going to win the league before the season started. Do we think this is finally the year Arsenal's going to do it? I know you don't
think so. It's a strong start.
Yeah.
But we seen this time and time again, bro. They look great. They look great at the start of every single season.
Yeah.
And then they have injuries or they just fall out of form or whatever excuse we come up with. Everybody on AFTV is crying. It's the end of the world. Manchester City makes a crazy run during the second half of the season. Haaland scores 100 goals. Liverpool somehow comes back. Chelsea ends up in 4th place.
Yeah.
We've seen this narrative.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced of anything.
Let me go back to the table real quick. I mean, they have to win eventually, right? It's been since 2004, bro. It's been 20 years.
It's not. They're cursed.
Liverpool's in 7th.
I want
7 points back.
Go ahead.
Chelsea's in 9th.
Do we think this? Wait, no. Do we think the players on Arsenal
believe?
No. Do we think the players that they have are championship quality, caliber players mentally, bro?
No.
Mentally,
no.
Some of them, but not all.
Not all. You know that famous Chiellini quote when they beat Tottenham, and he goes, "It's just the history of the Tottenham."
Yeah.
That shit is super real to me though. There's cultures at companies, at teams, at entities that you can't shake. It's just in the foundation of the building whenever you go into work.
Yeah.
At Arsenal, bro.
Yeah.
Winning mentality is not there. It's just culturally not there. Oof. And I don't think
at least recently.
Yeah, at least recently. Recently. And so because of that, it's not there's too many other too good teams in that league that will be able to claw back at them, and they don't feel like the type of team that can fight that off. You know what I mean?
They low key, like, this is probably a bad take, but like Arsenal's team is actually, their players are too nice, bro.
No,
Like
not a bad
their
take at all.
team
Not a bad
consists
take.
of players who are too nice.
Yep.
Saka's like the good boy. Eze, every time he score, he doesn't want to celebrate. Like he doesn't want to flex on people. Gyökeres is like, I don't know, like he's
Soft, feels soft.
like, obviously he's a commanding player physically, but he doesn't look like.
Yep.
What about the center backs, Gabriel and Mosquera, Saliba?
Center backs are solid.
Okay, I'll say
Even Saliba got a little bit of that like soft French boy. He got a little bit of that soft French boy vibe.
Calafiori on the right.
Gabriel's a little bit more scary. Calafiori is a supermodel. Like, you know, like they don't have like a Granit Xhaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna like get stuck in
He put
there,
a
bro.
Uzi on his recaps right now. But he's balling out right now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
their team,
Yeah,
like
he's lit.
I don't know, their team might be too nice, like nice boys.
I know what you're saying.
Even like, yeah, I don't know.
Do you
Odegaard,
think-
bro, you scared of Odegaard?
Do you think the rest of the league could slow down though? Like, is Liverpool gonna? I mean, it's still too early, but is Liverpool gonna just have a really disappointing season? Is City
That's how
relying
Leicester
too
won.
much on Haaland?
Yep.
That's how Leicester won. So it's not.
understand.
Is the point total gonna be low? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if that happens, Arsenal will win. If Liverpool figure it out and City get going, I don't think they'll win it. But right now, if I had to bet money, I think they. Oh, let's get to like 13 games. Let's get to 13.
You don't watch the Prem, bro? I've seen this.
I do watch the Prem.
I've
I've
seen
seen
this-
mad Arsenal
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're
2-1
an
loss.
Arsenal fan.
Not an Arsenal
I've
fan.
seen this every
I'm
year
for
since
Spurs.
I've been.
Spurs. I'm fucking with y'all right
I've
now.
seen this
I
every
like
year
Spurs a
since
lot.
I've been 10, bro.
Yeah.
You have to pick Arsenal.
Bro, I'm rooting for Spurs. I've said that this whole season.
How?
That's crazy.
I love the new kits. I love the Xavi Simmons signing. I love the Kudu signing. Kolumuani, I like the front three. Again, I love
He
the
has no
kits.
shame.
Yeah. I'm fucking with Spurs this year in
He has
England.
no shame.
I mean, that is.
You
I've
want
like watched some random Spurs
You
games.
want them to take it all the way?
That would be, bro, could you imagine the scenes if Tottenham wins? Tottenham's like the Knicks in that sense. Like London, New York, team that hasn't won in forever. Yeah.
Nah, Knicks have more history.
Actually, Knicks is even worse because it's like if all of London. Knicks is even worse because it's like if all the London teams were one team and still wasn't winning nothing since the 70s. That's how much we be going through. Yeah, we're gonna win this year though.
Anyways,
But nah,
Tottenham Madrid fan.
I do want to
not a Tottenham fan, but I hope they do well this year.
I do really want to really quickly shout out my boy Wilson Isidor.
Balling.
So he's a winger / forward for Sunderland. Sunderland right now are sitting in 4th place. When they beat us, he scored against us, which really hurt.
Us is who?
Chelsea.
9th place.
Yes, 9th place Chelsea. But he's French. He's a French international, but a lot of people don't know his parents are both Haitian, and so he has dual citizenship.
Yeah.
And like a couple weeks ago, he actually announced that he's declaring for Haiti.
Oh, he is.
He's
it's
You said you
exactly.
called for that a couple weeks ago.
I called it, bro.
It's
I
up.
called it.
That's lit.
And yeah, it's a big deal because he came up playing for like the U17. He like scored like 4 goals in 9 matches for the
U17
U17
for Haiti.
France.
Oh.
He played like every single level up until I think U20. But he hasn't played for the national team since like 2019 or something like that. So there's been a lot of talk about like, obviously now he's in the Prem. Is he gonna try to get back into the team? But he recently said he's gonna, or the rumors are, I don't know how confirmed it is, that he's declaring for Haiti. So it's a big moment for Haitians everywhere. It's a big moment for the national team. And just in a moment where there's a lot of conversation about the diaspora and players choosing to like play for teams in the Caribbean or in Africa instead of like the European giants. So it's really exciting, and I hope it propels us into the World Cup. And all this came from conversations about people asking him like, do you want to play in the World Cup someday? And he's kind of realizing like, I think my path is through Haiti, which is something I never thought I would ever see a Premier League player say or do. So it's pretty dope.
Do you care that he's played with France in the youth at all? Are you like for Haiti? Are you taking any diasporic that want to play no matter the situation? Don't matter. Even if you're 27 and you play it.
They have a white Dominican on their team, bro.
Oh, what?
There's a lot going on.
I need.
I be seeing him, bro. They trying to do PR for him.
Yeah,
now,
he's sitting down doing
he's doing the sit downs and whatnot.
That's lit. Shout out diversity, man. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Liverpool lost. They look really bad.
Yeah.
Any additional thoughts? Because this is getting kind of crazy.
Is the video of Van Dijk and Slot that was filmed through the stairwell, is that real?
Oh wow.
Y'all didn't see that?
Oh, here we go.
No, I mean I was asking if it's real.
Yeah. Okay. Well, break down what you
There
think.
was some crazy, boy.
But you saw it?
What happened in the stairwell?
But did you see the video?
What happened in the stairwell?
I didn't. I saw a
happened in the
video.
stairwell?
I saw a video of like Van Dijk and Slot arguing that's like filmed through a door and like in a stairwell, and it's like shot down, and it seems like
Did it look like AI or did it look real? Like an
I
iPhone
was
footage?
asking y'all.
Okay, but regardless.
I don't know.
If it's AI, you're washed. You're washed on.
Did you see it?
Not yet.
Yeah, you can't tell what's.
I'll look it up. But get to your point with Liverpool,
Washed.
though.
You're washed.
No, I mean, they just look poor. They look bad. I don't know. I don't think it's like too late for things to get turned around. I don't think it's too late because the Prem is such a low point count right now, and Sunderland is literally in third, so there's time.
Mm-hmm.
And the squad that they have probably just needs to get a little bit of time off to like rekindle what they need to sort out, and they're getting lucky because the international break's about to come up, and it's an international break that's very useless for a lot of those Liverpool players.
Yeah.
So they'll get to stay home and kind of train. I don't imagine a lot of these teams are going to call up the Van Dijks and the Ekitikes and the Frimpongs because it's an opportunity for larger national teams to use to test like fringe players, which Liverpool doesn't have too many of. So it could be very, very scary for the league after that period. That's the only like hope that they have, in my opinion.
We'll see how AFCON shapes up the league too.
It's true.
Who's
Help them with Salah leaving.
Of course.
only person. Salah has not had a good start to the
Salah
season.
hasn't done shit.
You know how they
He's washed, aren't they?
there was this
Yeah.
There's a phrase like in sports as you get older that sometimes a player just falls off a cliff, like an incredible season in their mid-30s, and it just completely disappears instead of a steady decline. And I don't think that's fully happened yet with Salah, but this has been a bad start to the season. The drop off is crazy.
The last game that I watched, who did they play?
I think Brentford, right?
Brentford, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was like surprised. It was like scary. It was like, yo, like
what happened?
You know when you watch your heroes, and it's like something just happened overnight, bro. Yeah, I was like, damn, like the usual like cut in, bang off his left foot. He's shooting it into the sky.
Acceleration's not there.
He's like trying to dribble through players. Everybody's just like taking.
He might
the
need
ball
some
off
rest,
him.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, he's
saving it for Egypt. Yeah, I think Salah still has the magic in him that he's gonna go absolutely insane for AFCON.
of course, yeah.
But I think it's kind of like Messi right now. There's these bursts.
Yeah,
it's the burst. It's
like
not
James,
the whole.
James Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be James with Copa America.
Yeah.
Damn,
So-
Salah's at that point, bro.
It's not a bad point to be though. There's like some players never ever get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also has been unbelievably consistent for like 10 straight seasons.
No, I'm
There's
saying
beauty.
like,
There's
I'm,
beauty in that too.
Nah, I'm not saying damn for him. I'm saying damn for like as a fan. It's like damn, like we're
the point.
not gonna see Salah at that peak again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
sad.
Hazard, you know.
Chill, don't mention that name, right?
Bro, it affected me too. He didn't win a La Liga with us.
Yeah, facts.
Big
Big belly man.
But your boys, Man United, lastly in the Prem. 3 straight wins. Homeboy can almost cut his hair.
out immediately. Y'all heard
Yeah, we got
sound effect?
Moosey. If you want to come say something real quick, go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh, of course, come on. We got Moosey, another resident Man
Can I
United
kick
fan.
it?
I hope
You can be very careful with the wires
Can I-
right there, bro.
I hope I can say
We're doing a
something.
quick on-the-fly substitution hockey style. Let's get in right here.
Can I kick it?
Moosey rocking the home team, New York City FC, where he
I was
works.
watching the game right now.
That's fire. But how you feeling, bro? Pull the mic closer to you.
My fault.
Yes.
Nah, I feel good. I mean, it's so preemptive, but this is the first time I've seen, like, the Liverpool match was good because at least it showed that we still have the quality to beat a team like Liverpool. I mean, obviously they're out of form, but the Brighton game I think was way more important for us just because it's rare we've been that dominant from start to finish. He's gonna cut it, bro.
Yeah, he's almost.
The game to decide it will be against Spurs. So I think beyond just their Europa League final, like that's more important.
Who's shaving whose head?
Bro, you haven't seen the guy?
No, he's asking you. He knows. He's asking.
Oh, if it is, bro, bro, there's a petition. They gotta do it. They gotta do it at Old Trafford. Ruben owes it to him, bro.
Wait, finish your thought, bro. Finish your
No,
thought.
but I think it's the first time. It's just confidence at the end of the day. It's like you gotta take this so one day at a time. There's no point in like thinking, oh, is this the how we change it? Like it's just
one
how
game
we
at a
change the
time.
time. Exactly, one game at a time. Europe is so far away from us. Winning a title is so far away from us. I think if we're able to just piece these wins, if we're able to go into a game against someone like Sunderland, like Burnley, and like we feel confident that like, okay, we're gonna take 3 points from this.
Yeah.
That's the first step. Because at the end of the day, it's an infrastructural thing. And like we're seeing like, our youth program like used to be so important to us.
Yeah, carrying.
Now we're seeing these fallouts with players like Garnacho, who scored for you guys, which is great. And then we're seeing even like players who didn't, but like we've brought them in, Hoyland balling out. We're seeing like all these players have resurgences elsewhere. I think it speaks more to the internal problems of the club and not the quality itself. The players are obviously great. That's why they're getting bought and brought.
Focus on the good things, man.
Yeah, but no, but like the good,
in a good spot.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I think it shows that we're capable. Like I think like it's the only way you can go is up. It was so bad. It was so bad last year that you can only go up, and I'm glad they have the mentality of that now.
I would say one of the things I brought up with the fact that AFCON is going to change things. It's going to be very scary when Ahmad and Mbuemo
are gone. Oof.
That's going to be a time period.
Yeah, you know what the problem with the Prem is? They don't take the couple weeks off like La Liga does for the Christmas period. So that means that might be 2-3 games. Oof, yeah.
It could be more.
And they're on the same wing, too. Brazilian.
More.
Brazilian. He just scored his first goal, right?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah. And Buemo's balling out, too, bro. You saw that little day? He was hitting that.
Shake it.
You saw that?
Shake it to the max.
Uncle.
And they did it.
Uncle shit, bro.
And they did it in the locker room.
Yeah, in the locker room
Mad
video.
funny, bro.
Bro,
It's just,
listen.
but it's so, like
Shout out the
Mbuemo
Ghanaian
is-
artist for
Max, yeah.
Like,
Shorty's taking it to the top.
That's like Song of the Summer out here in New York. That went crazy.
Mbuemo is up for Player of the Month nomination. Ruben, first time getting nominated.
Wembley's up for Player of the Month.
He has the most. No one has more goal contributions.
Yeah, he
than
been
him this month.
balling.
He has 4.
That's fine.
And then
Scored
Amarim is
against
up
Liverpool,
for
too.
Manager of the Month. It's like the little things.
Yeah.
That's good.
You take those awards because it goes a long way. So
So before we get you out of here, though,
yeah,
is homie cutting his hair? Are y'all getting 5 in a row?
bro, Sean Dyche is such an annoying ass manager, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
That's Brexit. That's Brexit ball.
that's what I'm
for
saying.
real.
They're gonna low block the fuck
Yeah,
for a
bro.
whole game.
Proper English.
Who is this?
Bro.
Who is this?
Sean Dyche.
Nottingham-
You know Sean
Nottingham
Dyche, right?
Forest,
The bald. He's bald.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
bro, he has
boy's
no care
scary
about
as
winning
hell.
games, bro. He's just trying to be a
Come on,
dickhead,
dog.
and I hate it.
Brexit.
You see, that's
ball
a
for real.
proper
That's
Brit, bro.
Brexit ball, broski. You see the wrinkles on man's forehead.
Bro's
no
cooked.
hair.
Y'all are cooked.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't think I
Brexit
think it's
ball
gonna
is
be
scary.
it's gonna be the most grimy.
You're gonna lose by a
0-0
long throw.
It's like I'm not even thinking about the Spurs game because I think we can't. I think we beat Spurs.
Yeah.
I think this bro, we're gonna have the most grimy 0-0 draw.
It might sneak a 1-0 though. Let's see.
They might like it might be off a set piece. United
Yeah.
still like needs so much work on set pieces.
Set
but
pieces for
besides-
sure.
like, bro,
Still got Harry though. Harry, he's
true,
done his
but
thing.
like bro, Welbeck scored.
Oh, defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be the relegate.
Welbeck
Yeah.
can score some.
No, Welbeck's on
that was
fire.
a beautiful free.
That's
kick.
Welcome to the unction, bro. He balling out.
Bro, did he fall off a cliff?
No, definitely not. He also wasn't at a peak of a Salah.
Nah, but
you know.
the free kick was nice. And before I leave, one more thing.
Yes.
Our goalkeeper, Lamens, bro. It's so nice to have the confidence of having someone who's like
A good goalie.
competent. Like not competent. I won't say competent.
Yeah.
I think Onana's still great.
Yeah.
But just someone who feels confident on the
Safe
ball.
hands,
Someone-
safe hands.
Safe hands, bro. That's
For sure.
so. I don't know. I think it only goes up, but like you guys said, one day at a time. We go from there.
I love it. Appreciate your moves.
And
We're gonna sub 7 because we gotta talk Serie A sub. So for those who don't know, Serie A has, which honestly I'll give Seb the credit. The Serie A title race always has mad teams in it, kind of all season, and it is very unique in the top 5 leagues. I think there's like 6 points between. I know it's very early, 1st and like 9th. Milan is up there. Y'all played today. How'd that go?
1-1.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Against who?
Atalanta.
Tough team. So Milan is up there. Napoli's had another good start, looking to repeat for the Scudetto. But yeah, thoughts on the Serie A title race?
I mean, did y'all see the Napoli-Inter beef?
No, what happened?
No? Okay. So
Was
Nap-
it Conte? The
Conte and Lautaro.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Said.
I love that.
He said.
Yeah, I love that. Only a Serie A niggas pointing at their dick. No, it's good. It's good. Need that.
pause. Continue.
How you say pause in Italian?
Pausa.
Pausa.
They're just Spanish with a bounce.
Pausa meatball.
Wow.
Close.
Yeah. Close.
So Napoli played Inter over the weekend, and it was a match between Antonio Conte, who used to manage Inter, won the league with Inter. Lautaro Martinez still plays for Inter and was kind of his star striker during that period. And you saw the beef between the two manager and player. Actually, when Conte was managing Inter, they actually had to organize a boxing match between Lautaro and Conte. Because apparently there was so much beef between the two.
I have to
Look it
Google
up.
this because Seb just
Look
be
it up.
talking.
Look it up.
bro.
Imagine I made that up. Imagine that was a lie. Nah.
This
so-
nigga's so scary.
This is one of my favorite things to do now. Say things that I know are true but sound crazy.
No, it is true. I'm on YouTube right now.
Yep.
Oh, Lukaku's in the middle. They really
Lukaku
had
organized,
Inter Milan boxing match
Swear to God.
Lautaro versus Antonio Conte.
Who won that?
Oh,
think it
no,
was-
they got gloves on.
Yeah,
Oh,
they got
this is
gloves and all
lit.
that. Yeah.
Wait, I've never seen this. Oh shit.
Finish your thought, bro. Finish.
No, so it's
We gotta
it's
do a
cool
reaction to
because
that. That's crazy.
that moment showed that there was enough tension and enough like times where they got into it where the players were like, haha, like we should win this awesome match. But what that means is that like
real.
clearly there was some shit going on.
Yeah.
And it showed on the field between Napoli and Inter when Conte was now managing another team where like Lautaro can kind of, you can read his lips, you can kind of see that he's saying like, you're scared, like you're pussy, this, that, and the third. And Conte's saying like, go score a goal, like win the game. Conte ends up winning the game 3-1. Big deal for Napoli because to beat Inter at home is huge. And it sends Napoli to the top of the table. So yeah, there's a lot of storylines to go around. That Juventus just fired their coach. Tudor.
They haven't won
here.
since like
What?
no, they haven't won since like mid-September or
Bro,
earlier.
he was the coolest manager, bro.
Tudor?
Yeah, he was
The bald
mad
dude?
cool. Yeah,
He's cool.
he used to wear the the snooze or whatever it is, like the thing that looked like a
It's
shake.
looking like they're gonna bring in Spalletti.
Wait, didn't they win something?
Nah.
Like end of the summer?
With Juventus?
Am I tweaking?
It could have been a preseason tournament, but that's not Juve standards.
Yeah.
They've had a bad season.
Bro, nah, because we had a video about him. Anyway.
No, it was the 4-4 draw.
Oh,
And Juve overreacting, which Seb was saying. He said that's not the standard in Italy of Juventus.
fair.
Juventus is like their Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fair.
this is a fall off, bro.
And so Tudor's out of here. Spalletti is in. Spalletti, to just jog your guys' memory, is
Won the Euros, right?
he won the league with Napoli. Then he took over management of Italy and got fired from the Italy job because he was the one who lost to Norway to put us in a position where it wasn't clear if we're going to make a World Cup. He's a good manager, a good league manager. So I think Spalletti with Juventus is very interesting because it's been a while since Juventus has had a manager that plays attractive football.
Yeah.
Having Spalletti in there is interesting. It's not very Juve DNA. Like that's not really what they've done for some time. This hasn't been since Pogba and Pirlo and Marchisio that they've had like a beautiful style of play.
Yeah.
So to bring Spalletti in will be interesting. But the problem with Serie A is that it continues to be this kind of like round robin of managers that keep taking over other teams.
Of course.
With
Carousel for sure.
with a team that is kind of like a hodgepodge of like managers' philosophies. So you have like the attack was built by Conte, the midfield was built by Spalletti, the right back was brought in by Gasperini, and then like Allegri brought in the left back. And so it's like, as a coach, you're always dealing with the pieces and the baggage of everyone else who is
It's
there.
not just your
So
project.
it's never your project.
Yeah.
Whereas Prem managers, I feel like have a little bit more luxury to like build a project.
Depends on the club. No, it's fair.
At larger clubs.
Yeah. Depends. They be firing fast though. How long did Nottingham? How long was
But
Nuno?
the budget to
Oh, the
bring,
budget's
like,
crazy. That's
like
facts.
Amram in 11th or 15th place was given a budget of 200 million.
Yeah. That's
Torino has never seen that ever.
Literally. No, that's fair. No, that's real. That part is very real.
It's definitely relative.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So that's why, and I wanted to say, and that's why I think Italy consistently has some of the best managers, is because it's always a lot more challenging to create a resume of success when you're working with less of a budget, because you have to follow in the footsteps of people who had very, very rigid ideas and teach players your own idea that's also very rigid to take away from other rigid ideas in the past.
That's real.
So it forces managers to be very versatile. Like you learn how to like convince players and bring players under you and learn and make them fight for you because you have to deal with players that aren't necessarily adaptable to your style. So you have to be successful. So that's why I think Italy has some of the best managers.
Yeah.
Limited time and limited resources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great success.
Only other thing I'll add to Serie A is definitely the story of Como has been amazing to see once again.
Fabregas is doing
Cesc Fabregas, my Spanish boy, absolutely dominating as a coach. They just beat Juventus at home, which was huge, with Thierry Henry in attendance, which is great. Like, once again, one of the most beautiful places in the world, literally, the one and only Lake Como. Having guys like Thierry involved with ownership, the whole rude fashion thing. Nico Paz, who was my prediction for a Serie A Young Player of the Year, is just absolutely balling out. Hope he can make his way back to Real Madrid.
Shout out Como. Take me to Como.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Luigi, bring us out there.
Take me through that. Take me through that.
Definitely, that's how.
Take me through that. Take me through that.
For sure.
I'm a rapper.
But that's just one of the more like fun, random teams in Europe to root for. That I see, long term, I see could really becoming a big team in Serie A.
Of course, they have an airport right there.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
It's lit. Beautiful spot. Lastly, before we get into some BN stuff, which of course makes sense to talk about Ligue 1, do we think we could actually have a title race on our hands in France? Lyon and Marseille are creeping right up there, man.
Salzburg.
Lens just had a good start, I think, too.
Is Salzburg like 3 points off the top?
Yeah, let me double check the things, but Yeah, like PSG hasn't had that perfect, we're coming fresh off the treble start that people thought they could. So, yeah, Lens is 1 point behind. Marseille is 2 points behind, as is Lyon. And then Lille and Monaco are 3 points behind, rounding out the top 6.
Shout out
Just one more point, so 4.
4.
So, Marseille, they beat them in Le Clasique. They had that 2-2 draw as well with Strasbourg, I think it was. So
I hope Marseille could do it.
Yeah, as a neutral, I've always...
It's good for Ligue 1 to have that. Yeah.
As a neutral, I've always felt like some sort of like sympathy for Marseille as a club.
Yeah.
What the team represents, what the city represents. I think it's like the vibes are good. It's like clearly a team where like the fans are so passionate.
Yeah.
Like, they've dealt with so much. They're always so committed. And then De Zerbi to come in and be like, yo, like I'm here because I don't like power. And the whole narrative is beautiful. So hopefully. Yeah.
Man, the top
being
6.
Tim being there too.
Yeah, Tim being there is huge.
You see Monaco obviously has Fati's comeback. You know, Pogba's loading. But the top 6 being 3 points off each other.
It's good, yeah.
It's tight, boy.
Yep.
Yeah. I've always had a soft spot for Lyon because I grew up with peak young Karim Benzema on the team when they won like 6 straight league titles. And the same Ed Millison, who I was with for the La Liga weekend, he also played on Lyon for 3 years and won 3 straight league titles there. So Lyon has a lot of history, and they're looking really good. They're looking really, really good, bro. What happened?
Who's your team in France?
Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, if I have to be honest, different time periods of my life, I supported different ones.
That's fair.
I would say I like Marseille a good amount. I was never a big PSG guy. Like I liked certain players from them, but like honestly, I didn't take to the club. That's crazy. But Lyon, there was some players I really like Lyon too.
Yeah, when Benzema was doing his thing with Juninho, that's
Juninho. He was the free kick. He was doing the knuckleball before Ronaldo was doing the knuckleball. Yeah.
PSG.
As a Haitian, I can't claim any French team.
I respect it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Lyon has some history, man. They're ballers.
Yeah. Speaking of ballers, should we get into African ballers?
Of course, man.
Let's do it.
Afro ballers.
The Afro ballers for sure.
Welcome to Five Aside on beIN Sports. Today we are talking about El Clasico, a lot of the drama that happened between Lamine Yamal, Vinicius Jr. We're also going to get into some way too early African Player of the Year predictions. Osimhen, Hakimi, maybe Lookman again. Let's see who can sneak in. Semenyo is having a great year. Also, Ziyech has joined Casablanca, Wydad Casablanca, arriving in Morocco. What a star, what a story. Can't wait to speak about that. And then lastly, South Africans are calling for a little bit of Kasi flavor to come back to football in South Africa. Can we see what that will look like at the World Cup? We'll explain all of it on this episode of Five Aside on beIN Sports. So to recap El Clasico, one of the world's most iconic games, Real Madrid beat Barcelona 2-1. Goals from Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, and Fermin Lopez. But what the talk of the town is really about is what happened after the game, because Lamine Yamal was the center of attention, actually because of things that he said before the game, where he spoke to a very popular streamer, Ibai, in Spain, and he explained how he thought that Real Madrid maybe cheats here and there. He said that, you know, he expected to win and score goals and this and that, and of course that wasn't taken well by the Real Madrid players. At the end of the game, his national teammate, Dani Carvajal, who happens to be captain of Real Madrid, comes up to him, does a little bit of a hand motion towards him, and the media erupted from there.
Yep.
What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about it? Spanish media wasn't the kindest to him at times. Thoughts?
Is El Clasico back?
El Clasico is back, so absolutely love to see it. I'm also a Real Madrid fan and Spanish myself, so I think this rivalry is actually good for Spain. If you think about Spain's peak era from 2008 to 2012, winning 3 straight major international competitions, 2 Euros and a World Cup. Sergio Ramos and Piqué did not get along. Carlos Puyol and Iker Casillas did not get along. So I think it's actually good for the Spanish national team, and I think this is natural in the rivalry, to be honest. And honestly, what fans have been asking for. They've been asking for some spiciness in this rivalry. People complained in the Premier League that the Liverpool-Man City era wasn't that intense between Klopp and Guardiola. So I think it's good for the sport, and I think it's good for the Spanish national team, honestly.
So for me, my take is that the way that the Spanish media handled it, there were moments where it went too far. And like, honestly, it's one of those examples where I feel a bit bad for the fact that he's a player who was almost forced into choosing Spain over Morocco, because we're seeing the rise of Moroccan football right now, and we're seeing the space that Moroccan soccer is in. Had the rise of Moroccan soccer happened now in conjunction with Lamine Yamal's rise, I think it makes total sense for him to choose Morocco for moments like this,
You
for
think
reasons
so?
like this. Because the way that the media turns on players like him, I know that it hasn't been as bad as it can be in the past, and other players have experienced much worse. But this is the beginning. He's only 18. This is the first instance. And if this is level 1, imagine when it gets to level 10 or level 15. It's times like this where we're on a show, we talk about African football, like he would have been so much more protected by his own national media had he chosen to represent Morocco. And this is one of those instances where that shows. Like, absolutely.
I don't think that's a guarantee, because Lionel Messi was absolutely destroyed by the Argentina media to the point that he actually quit the national team in 2016 after losing a second Copa America final on penalties to Chile.
I think it's different, though. I think it's different. I think there's a certain standard that Argentinians expect where they're much more comfortable disparaging a national star. In Morocco, they haven't arrived there yet. So they don't have the experience of someone like a Maradona to then compare to
that
Messi
part is fair.
to say, Messi, you're not like Maradona, so
Of course.
screw you.
You have to
Whereas
protect
in
the
Morocco,
national treasure.
like you got to protect that. Like Ziyech is never going to have a negative experience with Moroccan press. Hakimi is going to be protected by Moroccan press.
They're also not Lamine Yamal level good. They've never had
So
clear
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
player.
Imagine Lamine Yamal level good plays for Morocco. Imagine that.
I agree, but I think sometimes that he can then become that star that gets that extra scrutiny because he's extra good. So with the highest expectations will be the highest praise and the highest scrutiny. And I don't know if any player of that level, same with Kylian Mbappe in France, whatever, can escape it. I don't know if you can escape it. It's kind of
haven't seen it.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I do think you bring up a really good point though about how like if Morocco was where they are now, it would have made the choice a lot more difficult. And I think people don't even realize the like proximity that he still has to his Moroccan roots. Like his grandmother is Moroccan, his father is the Moroccan side of his family. He's also Ghanaian. He's been seen wearing like Moroccan.
There's that famous video of him like celebrating in the Barcelona locker room holding the Morocco jersey.
He's been seen wearing Moroccan flag and the Ghanaian flag on his boots at different times. And a couple years ago, he did an interview where he kind of talks about like the story of his family and how they ended up in Spain. And he says the first to arrive was my grandmother, who sneaked onto the bus from Morocco and managed to get to Mataro, which is where he was raised in Spain. She started working 3 shifts so my father could come because he stayed in Morocco. And when my grandmother made some money, she paid a woman to bring my father and his sister, who came when they were 3. And he goes on to just talk about like what it was like, like being with a father who's like not originally from that country, his mother as well, staying with different family members. And so like his whole upbringing, although he was raised in Spain, he like clings to that Spanish identity. He was surrounded by people who like this is their first time being in this place. And I do think that like the Moroccans still claim him a lot. I was also reading a quote from Yassine Bonu, the goalkeeper for the Moroccan national team currently, who said recently that honestly, this is a quote. He said, "Honestly, I feel that Lamine Yamal is one of us, even though he chose to represent Spain. Everyone is free to play for the national team. When I watch Lamine, I truly enjoy it. It's been a long time since I've watched a match just for one player. We wish him all the best. He seems like a good young man." So to have like the praise of a keeper of that quality of a different national team be like, yo, like I still feel like he's one of ours, just speaks to like not only the openness of that country, but also just like the possibility of what could have been.
But it's an interesting case because, Messi, he, grew up in Spain, from his teenage years.
Yep.
Yamal, if he picked his home country in the same way they would, I could see them protecting him, especially because of how good of a national team Spain is.
To be fair, with the Spanish media, he has been one of the most praised athletes Spain has ever had in general. And he did grow up playing with the Barcelona Youth Academy, and his entire footballing style, knowledge, mentorship, etc., is within FC Barcelona. So, and he reps his specific neighborhood of the 304, which is where he grew up in Spain. I think it is very hard sometimes to take away that piece of his identity, to expect him, because of one parent, not both, by the way. People like to forget that he has a mother from Equatorial Guinea, to automatically claim that country. I think it's a bit easier said than done from the ideas of kind of what we want to see than really what he experienced growing up in that footballing nation, playing that football with those people.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's just the only thing I'll say is that the way that the media, like sentences like that's unbecoming of a Barcelona player because you were confident in an interview and you said something that is actually good for the sport in terms of like creating hype and drama for a game, is not something that a Moroccan journalist would write. Only a Spanish journalist writes that about their compatriot.
That's fair, but I just think it's not remotely the majority of the comments.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But
so-
like I said, this is level 1. This is the first time. Like,
Level 1
this is the first time we're having this conversation. And we've been talking about it a little bit, how the media is slowly starting to flip.
Oh, they always
Slowly
flip
starting
on
to flip.
everyone. Yeah.
They don't flip on you if you're from there with them. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
100.
Wow, that's where there's debatable because people hate on
the
their own
episode
country.
right there.
People definitely
and
hate
that
on their own
segment
people.
right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of being from there, right now, we have 4 players that have been shortlisted at the top of the CAF African Player of the Year. Mohamed Salah, Nicolas Pepe, Achraf Hakimi, and of course, Victor Osimhen. It's way too early. It's only October, so it's still too soon to decide. But who do you guys think out of those 4 has the best case right now for being the best African player of the year?
I gotta go first, man. We was big into Morocco just before, and I'm saying there's only one Moroccan player that's got 6th on the Ballon d'Or list, and the guy played a full calendar year. That's what blows my mind.
Yeah.
He was over here doing rounds in Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
All the way to the final, too.
So, and even the position that he has been very vital, obviously with Luis Enrique's system, pressing high, being able to carry the ball from there. So, no, it should be Hakimi.
When do they give the award?
December.
I think Mohamed Salah probably is the one who deserves it based on what he did mostly last season.
Interesting.
The statistics that he put up from a purely individual standpoint were just absolutely ridiculous. I believe he broke the goal contribution single season record.
Yep.
Won another Premier League title with Liverpool with a new coach, which people really did not expect, in arguably the toughest league in the world. The clutch moments, the late wins, just the stats that he put up, the way he played, how much he contributed to that team. I think he probably gets it. But Hakimi is definitely second for me, and it's very neck and neck.
PSG's for
And
the
it's-
champs.
Yeah, PSG and a treble. And he had goal contributions as a defender. He was so versatile. He was on the right wing, but then comes inside with the way Luis Enrique plays. He scored in the final. They both have a great claim, but I think the rareness of what Salah did is more rare because literally, again, the GA record in a Prem season.
Morocco's was the host AFCON, man. Give it to the home.
If that's part of it,
man.
then yeah. If it was, I would say that.
No, I definitely do think that while Pepe and Salah had good seasons, for them, unfortunately, it's probably between Hakimi and Salah. Salah had an incredible Premier League season, probably one of the greatest bodies of work that an African player has put together in the Prem. And the Prem is probably a tougher league than Ligue 1 when it comes to competition week in and week out. However, Hakimi won the Champions League. And he also plays 2 positions, technically, because no right back is scoring that many goals. It's a really, really tough question, but I think based on the fact that Hakimi won multiple trophies and went very far in the Champions League, which is on par to a certain extent with the quality of talent that you have to play against in the Prem, it's not as consistent, but the level of competition can even sometimes be higher. And so for that reason, I think I have to give it to Achraf Hakimi, the Moroccan star.
I agree. I'm going to go with Hakimi.
However, speaking about Moroccan ballers, today's a very Morocco-heavy episode because we have to speak about the legendary Moroccan player, one of the most talented passers in the world, Hakim Ziyech, moving to Morocco to play for Wydad Casablanca. Casablanca is one of the most historic teams in African football. They represent an incredibly footballing city. And for Ziyech to come back to Morocco after having never really lived in Morocco because he grew up in the Netherlands is a very, very interesting story. It's not something that we see often when it comes to African players of diasporic heritage playing for teams in Africa. I mean, I'm having a tough time thinking of one right now. So what do you guys think this story represents for African football and how it's kind of rising in terms of global prominence?
I think it's great because we just spoke about the rise of Pyramids FC and how the importance of the domestic leagues in these countries is going to build the overall infrastructure. Before we talked about Morocco, so we have the semis in 2022. They're about to host AFCON, the investment in infrastructure, the U20 World Cup win. To now have one of your best players playing in the domestic league, that's just one more cog in the wheel for continuing to grow them as a football nation. So once that domestic league improves along with everything else we spoke about, I mean, the sky is the limit, seriously. So yeah.
The wizard is back and Wydad.
Well said.
You know what I mean? It's interesting to see, and I think one of the things you highlighted was more so the intention.
Yeah.
I believe he probably even turned on offers from Europe.
Yes.
You know, he's definitely a talented
could've,
bowler.
yeah.
He's about 32 years old. He still got it in him, but there's a reason why he went back home, which technically, like you said, he didn't even grow up in. So
Yeah, for me, this story just holds like a lot of sentimental weight. Obviously, Ziyech played for Chelsea, which is my favorite club. He was part of that Champions League winning squad in 2021. And he's also been one of those players who always had or was looked at as like having an attitude issue or being too cocky, being too tough for managers to work with. But he's also been very proud about being like himself and being opinionated. And I always remember he had an instance with Marco van Basten, the like infamous Ajax player who coached him before in the Netherlands, because basically Van Basten called Ziyech stupid, quote unquote stupid, for not claiming his allegiance to the Netherlands and instead claiming his allegiance to Morocco. And he had instances with Van Basten when he was on the team, and he said like, "Oh, he's not a legend. He's this, that, and the third." But I don't know. It just means a lot to me that he represents like somebody who's proud to be Moroccan. He represents somebody who's not afraid to be in the media saying like, "Yo, like, I don't really care what this guy says about my decisions. Like, I'm gonna do what I need to do." So I think he also just represents like a certain archetype of player that has been looked down upon in history at times.
Yeah, I would say he represents someone claiming his country too the entire time.
Yeah.
Not at a later stage, not being in the Dutch youth system and all that. Well, excuse me, the Dutch youth system in terms of the national team. Like, no, I'm always Morocco, period.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And I think, I mean, it's a new generation of African stars because if we're being honest, Eto'o didn't go back to play in Cameroon. Drogba didn't go back to play in Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
However, it's kind of opening the door because Ziyech playing for Wydad opens the door for Salah to go back and play in Egypt.
Yep.
It opens the door for
Hakeem.
Hakimi to try it out and play in Morocco. It opens the door for Osimhen to go back and play in Nigeria. And what that would mean for African football, if the way that Brazilians sometimes go back and play in Brazil when they're 30, and how that almost elevates Brazilian football to a certain extent,
It does.
when that star goes back and plays at home, more eyes turn on that football.
Yeah.
So if Hakimi opens the door, imagine we'll start knowing a little bit more about what's going on in African soccer, and that's a big deal.
And then how dope is that for the young winger who's 18 years old and Wydad Casablanca?
Exactly.
Like when Marcelo went back to Fluminense playing with those people, then you see how they did in the Club World Cup and after winning Copa Libertadores.
Huge.
So it's huge, man.
It's
Yeah.
huge. Speaking about African football and culture returning back, we have to talk about Kasi football. So Kasi football is a term that originated in South Africa. It's the definition of how football is played in the streets, in townships in South Africa. I'm sure you guys have seen viral videos of African street football where people are maybe stepping over the ball, standing on it, showboating, and almost trying to embarrass the player they're playing in front of. But it's cultural. It's something that's very important to how South African football is expressed and played. And there's kind of been a call on social media in South Africa to bring back that style both in the domestic league, but also for it to appear on the national team.
Yep.
We've never really seen showboating at that level on an international scale. At times, we've seen it in AFCONs, especially when AFCON is played in the 2-year interval where it's just players that are homegrown, and that kind of appears. Angolans do it as well. But for that, now that South Africa has qualified for a World Cup, can you guys imagine a South African showboating on the world stage?
In the U.S.?
And what do you guys think about that type of style appearing maybe in Europe, on the world stage? And yeah.
Yeah, I think the world stage is perfect for it because one thing about this World Cup that's going to be very unique is how entertainment forward it's going to be.
Yes.
So what better place than do it in the United States of America? And they've only been to 3 World Cups, 98, 2002, where they qualified not being hosts, and then 2010 as hosts. 2010 is automatic. So this is their first earned qualification since 2002. You got to bring the Kasi flavor with you, man. That's showing your culture out to the world. Piano's going crazy right now. Tyler doing her thing. Like, it's big for South Africa. Let's do it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, for me, I just keep thinking about the parallels between South Africa and Brazil. So, like, obviously we have the Mamelodi Sundowns, who are, like, nicknamed the Brazilians of South Africa, and, like, the blue and yellow kits. But then even, like, the whole conversation about showboating and, like, what's it called? Kasi versus Joga Bonito. And, like, how I remember, like, in 2016, there was a player who played for Baroka FC who was yellow carded for, like, standing on top of the ball or, like, kneeling on top of the ball. That happened recently with Memphis Depay and playing for Corinthians. And so we have a situation of 2 countries who could be more successful if they allow their players to play more freely. And, like, both fan bases are calling for their players to kind of return back to those roots. And I think if both of them lean into that, they'll have a lot more success at the World Cup next year.
Being at the world stage provides an opportunity to show yourself and show your style, and it has to happen. You know, even being Ghanaian myself, I always say the first 2 things my father taught me in football is to bring the ball down and to beat your man. So that's what it is, you know. And so Kasi flavor, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And that's how you preserve it. You know what I mean? You can't lose those things and build tactics around it. You create situations that bring out the Kasi there. So I'm excited to see it for real.
And they won their group, so if they already have that solidity and now you could add the flair on top, you got a really good recipe.
Nowhere else can you get conversations about the best players in Africa, the styles of football that you need to see at the World Cup. Only 5-a-side. Stay tuned for more, 5 p.m. every week on beIN Sports.
So we're fresh off El Clasico, which had me thinking which rivalries in soccer have the best kit combinations and which is the best of those. I'm biased. I'm a Real Madrid fan. I got to go with the elegant all white. So that's definitely my favorite kit. But I love the dichotomy between that and Barcelona's red and blue. I think it creates such a stark contrast for the world's biggest rivals in the biggest sport. So that's the combo I would go with, and I got to go with Real Madrid as my favorite one.
That's fair. I'm probably going to get ahead of Seb on this one. But, AC Milan versus Internacional, the fact that they both have the black stripe pattern, but obviously show up different with the red and the blue. Definitely have to side with Milan. You have the likes of Ballo. Obviously, he played for both, but you have Dino on Milan.
Crazy.
Kevin Prince Boateng as well. There's a lot of history there. And they share the same stadium, too, which is very unique about them. What about you, Seb?
I'll go for a niche one. You reminded me of Serie A. Genoa and Sampdoria.
Okay.
They both have very beautiful kits. Genoa with the maroon, burgundy, red, and gold and blue, whereas Sampdoria has that dark blue, the iconic stripe with the red and the white and the black.
Superhero.
It's really, really interesting because it's two city flags, but they're from the same city and they play very near each other. I think Genoa and Sampdoria probably have two of the most classic kit rivalries. So if you can get your hands on a kit at Pele Soccer, please do. But all in all, for me, I probably have to go with Genoa. Probably the better kits in that rivalry. But it's close. It's close.
For me, I'm going to take a quick trip to Turkey.
Okay.
It's got to be the Intercontinental Derby, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. So we have Fenerbahce representing the more Asian side of Istanbul, Galatasaray representing the more European side, Galatasaray with the infamous kind of gold and red color scheme going on, Fenerbahce rivaling them with the blue and gold. And I think the 08-09 Fenerbahce white kit, the away kit that I actually own, that has a beautiful gold stripe going across collar, it's probably my favorite Turkish kit of all time. So, yeah. And if you're looking for any of these kits, you can head over. If you're looking for any of these kits, you can head over to Pele Soccer Shop right now and grab you one.
Oh, this is insane.
We gotta stay in Turkey for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We gotta stay in Turkey.
We do.
For 2 seconds. Crazy headline coming out of the Turkish Super League. Hundreds of Turkish officials found with betting accounts. Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, NBA. Put the camera on me real quick. NBA, you thought you had the drama. Footy's always going to top you. This is crazy. Let's go.
Just a few quick quotes from this article from BBC. Turkey's Football Federation says it will launch disciplinary proceedings after hundreds of professional match officials were found to have betting accounts. A 5-year investigation found that 371 of 571 match officials, that's over 2/3, have accounts with 100 have betting accounts, with 152 of those having actively been gambling. While some have only bet once, 42 had bet on more than 1,000 football matches, with one official in particular found to have placed 18,227 bets.
You, my friend, are a degenerate gambler.
This
Lord have mercy.
Chill. It's a medical addiction at times also.
Yeah, it is a medical.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, get some help, please. We got to.
Yeah.
1-800-HOPE New York.
You could call them a degenerate.
No, that's the term for extreme gambling is degenerate gambling. Maybe it's a bad term, but that is a term.
We could go on. We could go on to give the stats. 18,000 is crazy, but one thing that I saw earlier today, somebody mentioned is that Mourinho was saying if he knew all the things that were going on in Turkey, he wouldn't have gone. And we spoke about it. We were like, maybe he's talking too much shit.
Yeah.
But was he right?
Yes.
Turkey that the gun was on the field, or is that Greece?
Oh, that was Greece.
The gun was on the field. We seen the fans swarming on the pitch.
That was Greece. But that probably has also happened in the Turkish Super League, to be honest.
Hey, man,
My thing is, if you put up 18,000, does that mean you winning or losing?
He lost. He probably lost a lot.
To keep
So
going,
are they gambling on Turkish soccer?
It's unclear.
Okay.
You're not allowed to gamble on anything, though. It's clearly in the rules.
Damn.
Yeah.
If you win
It hasn't been announced.
Sports and gambling right now, I don't know if y'all are seeing the news in the NBA. This is damn near a federal RICO case, man. They got Terry Rozier.
It is a federal RICO case.
It's literally a federal RICO case. They got Terry Rozier after his game Miami Heat player. Chauncey Billups was gambling with the Italian mafia. running illegal poker games and robbing people of their money while washing like murder money. Like it's just insane. This is all insane. Yo, if you that rich, don't get involved in that type of stuff, bro. You don't.
It also just like lowers the value of sports.
Yeah.
Like if the people we're watching and we're like excited about and and we find out that they're like literally match fixing, it's like.
Did you see the Rozier highlights when he bet on his?
Yeah. He would just like walk away instead of like contesting.
The boy would like drive in the lane, turn around, and give the turnover. What's going on, fam?
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's some
nasty.
I'm
Hey
more
man,
sympathetic to it though than y'all, I think. Maybe.
all right, bro.
No, because it's like they're advertising it every day. How do you now? Like, how can you fault someone for succumbing to the thing that's on their shirt 24/7? It says bet online on my damn shirt, and I'm not supposed to bet online.
It's you literally the first contract you sign is that you
take?
can't do that.
Awful
Yes,
take.
it's in their contract.
They're
But
betting.
you don't have sympathy for someone
No,
who falls
not
into
when you're
the trap
making
of
20
gambling.
million a year.
Bro, not betting on the thing that you're involved in. That's
Yeah.
actually OD.
That you agreed
It's actually
to.
OD, bro.
And you've sacrificed your life to get to the
like
league.
I'm a bet Seb is gonna tell 3 lies today. That's unfair, bro.
Yeah.
Right? That's unfair.
Yeah.
Because I know you.
It's funny you said that because somebody was, Rory and Ma were talking about we should have podcast betting over and under takes. Podcast betting would be lit, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be putting
bets-
some shit
what
on some
bets-
Seb takes.
What bets you want to make? Like, what would
But
Seb
then you
lies.
I can't bet on myself.
Seb lies. No.
It's Seb lies
Someone
for
did
sure.
say, like, with baseball, Pete Rose, who's like apparently a big legend, but was taken out of the Hall of Fame, he was betting on himself, like hitting home runs and stuff.
Which I think is fine. I think you can bet on your success.
It's still, but you might selfishly do things towards the team for your own stats that then still affects the outcome of the
Yeah,
game.
If
You're
you're a tennis
wilding,
player,
bro.
you can bet on your own success.
Tennis is interesting. If it's
Think-
purely winning,
Yep.
Yeah, I don't still know though.
Boxers
still
can do
affects it.
Boxers can do it.
Can they?
I believe so.
I don't know if that's
I
true.
believe so.
Boxing's also entertainment.
the
in a
third-
different way.
that's the third
That's the
Seb
third
lie.
I think
line.
what
Yo,
they're
we
gonna
got
say,
the
Seb,
third
Look it up.
cash now.
I bet it's not.
Yo, what's
Seb,
the
Seb,
line on
what
live?
they're gonna say,
Until the
they're gonna
line.
say is if you bet that the other nigga gonna beat your ass, you gonna
Listen,
Yeah.
this is it's been episode 103.
Hold on. He's looking it up.
What are we looking up?
Can boxers bet on themselves?
I already said boxing is not the same. They don't have leagues and shit.
Now you're taking away my wins.
No, there's no restrictions. It's a morally gray area, but legally there's no restrictions.
Yeah, but
Dang.
boxing they just set up fights. There's no league. It's not the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's it. We don't really
Like
care.
the whole thing with the belts.
We don't
and
really
you see the
care.
Netflix boxing. It's not.
There's no
the
like
same.
boxing federation.
Niggas smooth the goalpost.
We didn't move the goal. It's
It's
true, bro.
insanity. Yeah, like it's
All right,
crazy.
All right, this has been episode.
Yes.
103.
104.
103. That's a lie now. See, look now we're messing up the whole money line, bro. It's crazy.
Bet on-
Episode 103.
If you have a serious gambling problem,
Please.
we're gonna put the gambling.
1-800-HOPE New York. 1-800-HOPE New York. No,
If
seriously.
you got a,
Yeah, bro.
if you got a gambling problem, send me a parlay.
Yeah. And that's episode 103. Love y'all.
Bye,
That's
guys.
crazy. That is amazing.
Bro, I need some money, man.
If they have a problem, they're not making it, bro. It's the worst parlay.